Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Chaffee. It's weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Let me just very quickly remind you if you haven't downloaded the free weather apps on Google Play or on the App Store, by all means do so. It's the Meteorologist Joe Chaffee weather app. That's what it's called. So that's what you search for. And also Angry Ben's weather app, the Angry Weatherman. So have them on your mobile devices so that you can follow the weather going forward. The watches and warnings map tonight across the United States. What's kind of interesting is that usually this time of year, you still will have a number of places that are dealing with winter weather issues. Well, not the case this time around. There are no winter weather advisories up anywhere, no winter storm watches, nothing like that. We do see flash flood watches up though, and that's something you see a lot in the springtime across the Gulf states from southern Mississippi and parts of eastern Louisiana, across southern most of Alabama and most of Georgia, except the extreme north. And the yellow area you see here is a working tornado watch going into this evening in parts of southern Georgia. So that's where our severe weather risk lies today. And there you can see it from the Storm Prediction Center. It's this east-west band. This is actually reflecting an east-west frontal boundary that lies across the Gulf states. And on the northern side of that frontal boundary, the air is on the cool side and also rather moist. And on the other side of that front, across the Gulf states, where you see the slight and marginal risk, this is where you get into the warmer and the tropical air with the dew points shooting up and temperatures shooting up as well. Now, this for Thursday, that severe weather risk shifts to the east across much of northern Florida, into southern Georgia, southeastern Alabama, marginal risk reaching up into parts of South Carolina and central Georgia and central Alabama. This is all due to a wave of low pressure that's going to be moving to the east. Busy satellite loop, a lot of clouds, the turning here, the twisting back through West Texas. That's your southern stream shortwave trough that is moving east, but we also have energy up in the northern stream that is coming down. It's pretty obvious when you look at the spinning motion here. You have this upper low that is right down here that is moving to the east, and then you've got this energy here that is moving to the east and southeast. And the trick here is to figure out where these two streams are going to phase, and they're probably going to phase when those two troughs are right along the east coast. And when they phase that far to the east, that means that the impact in this area here is going to be minimal, northeast Virginia to southern New England. I really don't expect too much to be happening with this. The radar busy across the south here from west to east, from West Texas all the way into South Carolina and southernmost North Carolina. Here in the Northeast, we're looking at a weak cold front that's coming through, and that is producing a few showers across Pennsylvania and into parts of upstate New York, and those are moving eastward. Those showers are going to start to weaken as they near the coast. So I have them mentioned in the forecast for a chance of a scattered shower or two from northeast Virginia to southern New England during the first part of tonight. But more than likely, most of you won't be seeing much of anything from this. So taking this through on the weather models, as we take a look at the late afternoon NAM model, we are following our systems that are moving right along here. The cold front in the east moves through. You see that southern moisture moving eastward, not really moving northeastward. And then for Thursday, I think it's no worse than sunshine, giving way to arriving clouds, upper 40s to some lower 50s. A little even cooler on Friday. So now we have that northern stream shortwave swinging into the Great Lakes. A low develops off the North Carolina coast. That eventually becomes a major storm, but it's well offshore when it does that. So on Friday, just throw in the chance that there could be a few scattered rain or even some snow showers in some colder areas in northeastern Pennsylvania and through upstate New York. And then a little bit of lake effect happening downwind of Lake Erie in western Pennsylvania down through West Virginia and western Virginia. And that's just about it. This low intensifies and passes south of Nova Scotia. We have high pressure coming in, setting us up for a nice weekend. Saturday will be cool, but Sunday we're going to start to see temperatures warm up. So for Thursday, here are your highs, mostly upper 40s and lower 50s. On Friday, we're going to take it down about 5 degrees with most highs generally in the middle to upper 40s, a little cooler as you go further north and west. Saturday will be the coolest day of this next 5-day stretch, with highs mainly getting back into the low and middle 40s. And then here comes the jump up into the mid 50s to near 60 on Sunday. And I think Monday, if we get enough sunshine on Monday, we could see temperatures approaching the mid 60s to near 70. So right now, the Weather Service has upper 50s to near 60 in southern New England, middle 60s and some upper 60s as you go from southern New Jersey, south and west into northeastern Virginia, with low 60s around New York City, mid 60s around Philadelphia, mid to upper 60s around Washington, D.C., Baltimore. But we could see these numbers skew up about 5 degrees or more if we get enough sun. So that pretty much lays out a relatively easy next 5 days with nothing major to deal with. And by the way, if you see stuff with what some models are doing for later next week, for the umpteenth time this winter, the long range has been just terrible. These models have not been handling, the long range well at all. And all I can tell you is that nothing in the overall pattern is changing or has changed. Okay, which means that whatever the models are doing with regards to some sort of renegade snowstorm for later next week, I really think it's incredibly far-fetched. The upper air pattern is just, again, nothing is different today than it was a week ago or 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and so on and so forth. Besides, we're almost to the first day of spring, another 2 weeks, and we're there. So let's get this over with. All right, folks, thanks for being here. No Joe and Joe show tonight. I'm going to take another day and take a breather as I'm still in traveling mode. So we'll see how things go. Maybe we'll be back on Friday because I have another travel day for later tomorrow. So in the meantime, we'll just update things with Weather in 5. And you could, of course, watch this on the free weather apps. You could also access this for Patreon members, and we'll get everything on the road. We'll probably get back to normal in terms of YouTube live streams with the Joe and Joe Weather Show at the end of the week and for this weekend. So have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.